Am I audible to all? Okay, so we are going to start our today's lecture with the revision, whatever we have learned at the last lecture. So at the last lecture, we have finished some points like 7 important steps involved in the organization process. In that, we have learned 7 steps which we require to develop the organization. So just we have to revise the steps. So the step number 1, that is knowledge of objective. That means you should have a knowledge of objective, or you should have a knowledge of your aim. So everything is predefined. Second one is division of work into activities. So we have learned in the organization, we are going to divide the total function, so total aim or total goal into the various activities or in the various function. And accordingly, we have to appoint the people, skilled person for that respective function. Then a grouping of activities. Again, all these activities having the groups. Okay, so like if we are going to consider the recruitment or the HR department, then HR department, there are various activities like recruit the person, keep the record of that employee, then keep the record of payroll. Likewise, give the training or arrange the training for new employee. Likewise, they have a different activities which are comes under the HR department. It is nothing but the grouping of activities. Fourth step, defining and assigning activities to job. So here everything, that means whatever activities are there, accordingly we have to appoint the employees, and we have to give the responsibility to the employee with respect to the skill of that particular person. Then fifth step, that is fitting personal into the job. So here we have to appoint the qualified person which we require for that respective activity. The sixth step, delegation of required authority. So here every organization, there are various level, and according to the level, they have some responsibilities and authorities also there. So we have to assign, or you have a proper idea, or proper idea regarding the responsibilities and authority of the respective person. The last step, creating organizational relationship. So in our organization, you should have a proper relationship in between employees or employed, laborers, everywhere we have. So you have to again you have to keep the relationship between the customer, supplier, vendors, investors. Likewise, you have to keep the proper relationship between your organization and that various agencies or various agent, which is very useful for your organizational development. Next, we have learned 7 requirements of a sound organization. So these are the requirements which we have learned yesterday. First one is realization of objectives. Just in that you should have a proper idea of your objective, or you what we are going to say, म्हणजे एक्झॅक्ट तुम्हाला तुमचे एम काय आहे हे तुम्हाला माहित असलं पाहिजे. So whatever requirements are there for that respective objective, you should know all about this. Then you should have a proper infrastructure. Likewise, you have to manage, or you have a what we are going to say, realistic, you are very near to your objective. Okay. Likewise, you have to prepare for the organization. Then second one, harmonious grouping of function. As we have discussed, we are going to our aim is going to divide it into the various activities or in the functions. So again, we are going to make the group for that respective activities. Then clear allocation of duties and responsibilities. As we have seen, everybody is having the different type of skills. So according to the skill, according to the qualification, we have to assign the duties and responsibility to that respective person. Then reasonable span of control. That means how many members you can keep under one team leader, or how many people you can keep under manager. Likewise, you have to keep the proper count of the subordinates. Like if the subordinates count is less, then if it is very less, then we cannot use the proper complete energy of the manager or the team leader. But if the count is very large, then that manager or team leader cannot control the complete mob. So you have to keep the proper number of the subordinates under the higher level authority. Then promotion of satisfaction. So here we are going to consider about the employees who require the personal satisfaction as well as job satisfaction. Job, when that person will get the job satisfaction, if we are going to allocate a proper or proper the job to the respective person who is having that respective skill, then that person will get the job satisfaction. And if you have a provision for the employee for the personal development, like say they want to perform some research and development activities, then if they have some medical reimbursement. Likewise, if you have a policy, then they are going to satisfy in the organization, and if they are satisfied, they can give the 100% for the organization. Sixth one, effective communication. So in the organization, we are going to divided the complete task into various activities. So there are various departments in the organization. So or we can say there are various branches in the for if you are going to consider a large organization, they have a many branches in the scattered in various countries or various cities, we can say, if we are going to consider one country. So we required effective communication or the fast communication in between them. If you don't have a fast communication or the effective communication, then we cannot pass the messages to the others, or we cannot convey the information to the other. So whatever you have organization, or if you have a various branches, then you have a proper communication or effective communication in between them. Then provision for growth. So as every organization is having the provision of for the growth, that means he can develop one plant, or he can develop one branch, he can develop another branch in the another country, or he can develop another branch in another city, or he can launch one new product, or he will make infrastructure for the new product. Likewise, he organization should have a provision for the growth. Now it is today's topic, that is main functions of organization. So I have here the list of the main function of the organization, like determination of activities, grouping of activities, allotment of duties to the specified persons, delegation of authority, defining relationships, and the coordination of various activities. All these are the functions which are comes under the or which we are going to execute in the organization. So out of that, the first function is determination of activities. So here it includes the deciding and division of various activities required to achieve the objective of the organization. The entire work is divided into various parts, and again each part is subdivided into various subparts. For example, the purchase work may be divided into requisition of items, placing of an order, storage, and so on. So here, as we have discussed, complete task or complete our goal is divided into the various part, and again that part is again divided into the subparts. सो ते सब पार्ट जे आपण डिवाइड केलेले असतात त्यालाच आपण काय म्हणू शकतो, ग्रुपिंग म्हणू शकतो. आपण तिथे ग्रुप केलेला असतो ऍक्टिव्हिटीजचा. So they have given here the example of purchase department. So the task of the purchase department is requisition of items. That means he or she will collect the item requirement from the branch. Then placing an order. मग ती ऑर्डर तो प्लेस करेल. त्याच्यानंतर he will take the follow up of that order. Then he will जेव्हा ते तुमचं रॉ मटेरियल तेव्हा तो काय करेल, त्याला स्टोअर करून ठेवेल. लाईकवाईज सब activities is divided into sub activities, or sub activities or sub part can be divided into the सब पार्ट्स, म्हणजे एक परचेस ऍक्टिव्हिटी असेल तर ती आपण सब पार्ट मध्ये डिवाइड करून वेगवेगळ्या ऍक्टिव्हिटीज काय करतो त्याच्यामध्ये परफॉर्म करून घेतो. ग्रुपिंग ऑफ ऍक्टिव्हिटीज. The next function of organization is that the identical activities are grouped under one individual or a department. The activities of sales such as canvassing, advertisement, debt collection activities are grouped under the one department, that is sales department. Now in this case we have discussed previously grouping of activities. That means we have one activity, again it is having some activities. Okay, so all these sub activities comes under the that previous or that master activity. It is nothing but the grouping of activities. Now they have given here the example of sales. Again sales department is having the different activities like advertisement, how to do the advertisement, then debt collection, then activities are grouped under one. Likewise they have to perform various activities in the sales department. Third function, allotment of duties to specified person. In order to ensure effective performance, the grouped activities are allocated to the specified person. In other words, the purchasing activities are assigned to the purchase manager, the production activities are assigned to the production manager, the sales activities are assigned to the sales manager, and the like. Beside, adequate staff member are appointed under the specified person. The specified person are specialized in their respective field. If there is any need, appropriate training would be provided to such person. So as up till now same thing we are going to discuss. Just we have to appoint the skilled person or qualified person for the respective activities. Like here if we have a account section, then we are going to appoint the BCom graduate or MCom postgraduate person for the accounting section. For the finance section, we are going to appoint the MBA person. Likewise, for well qualified person, we are going to appoint to perform all these activities. Then fourth function, that is delegation of authority. So assignment of duties or allotment of duties to specified person is followed by delegation of authority. As we have seen, whenever we are going to assign some duties, automatically some authorities are ultimately some authorities are assigned to that respective person. It will be very difficult for a person to perform the duties effectively if there is no authority to do it. If that person does not have any authority, then he cannot perform the duty properly. Okay, while delegating a authority, responsibilities are also fixed. Thus, the production manager may be delegated with the authority to produce the goods and fix the responsibility of producing quality goods. Okay, suppose they have given here the example of production manager. Then if the production manager does not have any authority, then he will just follow the steps, whatever steps are there. But if that production manager think that we have to change something, if we are going to change some procedure, and the quality of that particular production is going to increase, then he or she is having the authority to change something in the process, so that the quality of the production is going to increase. Are you getting it? Delegation of authority, that means everyone is having the authority to do something, or they have to take some decisions regarding the procedure. If he or she is having the authority, and if that decision is good, then it is good for the organization. So you should have provide authority to the respective manager. Then fifth task, that is defining relationship. When a group of person is working together for a common goal, it becomes necessary to define the relationship among them in clear terms. If it is done, each person will know who is his boss, from whom he has to receive order, and to whom he has answerable. And another sense, each boss should know what authority he has and over which person. Now, defining relationship, that means now the basic definition of organization is we have to our task is to achieve the goal, and for that we require group of people or many peoples we require. But if there is no chain in the organization, then everybody is boss. Everybody think that he or she is a boss, or it will not work in the organization, or the organization will not work if everybody is think that he or she is a boss. So you should have a proper chain, and everybody knows who is the boss, who is our boss, or whom to whom we are going to answerable. म्हणजे तुम्ही तुमचं बॉस कोण आहे, तुम्ही कोणाला answerable आहात. आणि बॉसलाही माहित असलं पाहिजे की व्हॉट इज द अथॉरिटी रिगार्डिंग दॅट पर्टिक्युलर टास्क. म्हणजे बॉसच्या पण स्वतःला त्याच्या अथॉरिटीज माहित असल्या पाहिजेत, आणि अकॉर्डिंगली त्या रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटीज त्याने काय करायला पाहिजेत, कम्प्लीट करायला पाहिजे. एकच मिनिट. Okay. So am I audible to all? Now we have seen the defining relationship. So here we have to define the relationship in the organization. Then coordination of various activities. Here, the delegated authority and responsibility should be coordinated by the chief managerial staff. The reason is that there must be a separate and responsible person to see whether all the activities are going on accomplish the objective of the organization or not. So again there are various department. म्हणजे एक ब्रांच असेल तर त्या ब्रांच मध्ये वेगवेगळे डिपार्टमेंट असतात आणि प्रत्येक त्या ब्रांचला किंवा त्या प्लांटला हेड असतो. प्लांट हेड will coordinate all the activities which are performed in the organization or which are performed in the different department. म्हणजे वेगवेगळ्या डिपार्टमेंट मध्ये जे ऍक्टिव्हिटीज परफॉर्म होतात त्या कोऑर्डिनेट करण्यासाठी काय असते, एक चीफ मॅनेजर असतो, मॅनेजरल स्टाफ असतं. ते स्टाफ काय करतं, तुमच्या कंप्लीट ऍक्टिव्हिटीज प्रॉपरली कोऑर्डिनेट करतं. अकॉर्डिंगली ही विल गिव्ह द रिपोर्ट टू द बॉस लाईक दॅट all activities are going to complete or what is the process. Likewise it will give, he or she will give the report to the higher authority. So here all these are the functions of the organization. So just write down the heading and just enlist the functions of the organization. Now it is the second topic of our second unit, that is how information system impact on organization. Now there are various ways or various impact factor which we are going to consider, various point of view we are going to consider in which will clear that how the information system will impact on the organization system. So basically we have learned what is information system. Due to the information system, our organization or our business is going to be grow up. It will become fast. Okay, so here are various point of views which we are going to learn, or with the help of that we are going to understand how the information system impact on the organization. Now here, information system have a greater impact on an organization. It may be affected in several ways. Let us see. The first point of view or the first impact is economic impact. Now what happened economically or financially in the organization or with respect to the business when we are going to use the information system. Now here we are going to see the economic point of view. Okay, here from an economic point of view there are three type of changes we can see. The first one, the relative cost of capital and cost of information are changed by IT. Now before the information system everything is manually. Okay, so it is having the more cost, it required more time. But nowadays we are going to use the information system, so it will reduce the cost as well as reduce the time, as well as reduce the manpower. It is the advantage where the organization will the cost of the organization is reduced with the help of information system. It is viewed as a factor of production which can be substituted for traditional capital and labor. And due to the information system, we are going to use proper communication, where we are going to use the fast communication, so that or labor we require less manpower. Due to the automation we require the less manpower, so that here we can save our money, save our capital. And in the previously the traditional capital, we are going to reduce here with the help of information system. IT also affect the cost and quality of the information. So whatever information have in the organization which is having the best quality, okay, the information, and we required less cost to produce that information or to preserve that information due to the information system. So here IT also affect the cost and quality of the information. So whatever information you have, for that you required less cost and which is having the high quality, okay, due to the information system. It is all about the economic point of view. Actually there are various terms which are comes under the economic point of view, like we have to increase the communication, we have to reduce the time. If we are going to reduce the time, automatically cost is going to reduce. And in case when we are going to use we are going to send the messages to each other, we can communicate with each other on one place, or we can perform, or we can arrange the training session at one place. So there is no need to do the traveling, then there is no need to give some expenses for the traveling and other remuneration likewise. So we are going to save here the cost, or we are going to save the money. Again we are going to proper communication with the investor, or we can convey the messages to the investor so that investor can invest the money in your organization or in your business. All these are the advantages of information system according to the economic point of view. Then second one is organization and behavioral impact. So here organization and how behavioral impact is there, we are going to see here. In that first one is IT flatten organizations. So here now most of the decision making done by lower levels. There is no need for many managers, only few managers can do this. Having technological development, large organizations are reducing their employees and number of business levels. The managers are received accurate information on time. They are going faster than provision to making their decision. Management costs are declining day by day. The percentage of revenues and hierarchy becomes more efficient. It's only it everything is happen only because of IT, or it is only because of the information system. Because due to the information system we can take a fast decision, or automatically it will give us the decision with the help of decision support system, or there is no need to discussion, or there is no need to much more or many more managers to take the decision. So there is no any conflict, there is no any misunderstanding. So it is smoothly going on. Then in the large organization they are reducing the employees due to many tasks has performed by the information system. There is no need of the manpower. The manager are received accurate information on one. So whatever information we are going to give, it is accurate. There is no any manual manual information. So whatever information we are going to give, it is the accurate information, or which is a stored information. So that there is a transparency in communication, transparency in the information. So there is no any conflict, no any misunderstanding due to the information system in the organization. So the behavior of all the human resources or human power, it is good in the organization due to the information system. So post-industrial organizations are based on history and psychology. In the post-industrial period, manager are chosen by competency, skill, knowledge, and experience. The professional workers are much more decentralized, self-managed in their decision making. Task force network is done by workers. They meet face to face to do the specific work. After completing one work, they move to the next work. So due to the transparency, there is a, आपण म्हणतो वशिला वगैरे काही नाही, ट्रान्सपरन्सी असल्यामुळे प्रमोशन देताना किंवा हे रेकॉग्नाइज करण्यासाठी ऑलरेडी वॉट एव्हर स्किल दे हॅव अकॉर्डिंगली वी हॅव टू प्रमोट दॅट पर्टिक्युलर पर्सन. आणि लेबर किंवा वर्कर्स कन्सिडर केले तर त्यांचं एक टास्क कंप्लीट झालं की ते दुसऱ्या टास्ककडे स्विच करू शकतात किंवा फेस टू फेस ते कम्युनिकेट करू शकतात ड्यू टू द इन्फॉर्मेशन सिस्टम. Second one, in the organization and behavior, first one is IT flattened organization. Second one, understanding organizational resistance to change. Now here, sometimes organizations are affected by organizational politics. It will happen in everywhere actually. कुठलंही ऑर्गनायझेशन कन्सिडर केलं तर थोडं तरी पॉलिटिक्स असतं तिथे. So it will affected by the organizational politics because it can be influence the key resources like who does what to do, whom, where, when, why, how, etc. One can visualize the organizational resistance. There are 4 factors that suggested innovating the organization. म्हणजे नॉर्मली हे जे पॉलिटिक्स आहे ते पॉलिटिक्स मध्ये कसं राहतं की आपण कोणाशी म्हणजे आपलं बॉस कोण आहे, आपण कोणाला अँसरेबल आहोत, कुठे आहोत, कधी आहोत, म्हणजे ह्या सगळ्या गोष्टी काय करतात, मॅटर करतात. And due to that we are lagging somewhere. So there are 4 important factors that suggest the innovating the organization. हे 4 फॅक्टर आपण यूज करून काय करू शकतो, ह्या जे पॉलिटिक्स आहे ते आपण ओव्हरकम करू शकतो. The nature of IT innovation, the structure of the organization, the culture of the organization, and tasks impacted by the innovation. Like by using these 4 factors we can overcome this resistance. Then third one is the internet and organization. The internet actually त्या slides double झालेले. The internet and organization, as everybody know, म्हणजे आता तुमचं काहीतरी ट्रेनिंग पण सुरू आहे किंवा तुम्हाला माहिती आहे आता इंटरनेटचा यूज काय होतोय, किती होतोय, कसा होतोय. आपण घरी बसून कंपनीची कामं करतोय, वर्क फ्रॉम होम सुरू आहे सगळ्यांचं, बरोबर आहे. सो एव्हरीवेअर वी रिक्वायर द इंटरनेट. ओके, अँड इट विल व्हेरी युजफुल फॉर एव्हरीवन. इट इज व्हेरी युजफुल फॉर एव्हरीवन. असं कोणीही नाहीये की ज्याला इंटरनेटचा काहीच यूज होत नाहीये, बरोबर आहे. The internet increases some factors like the accessibility, storage, and distribution of information and knowledge for the organization. The internet can create lower cost, and nowadays we does not require to pay much more money for the internet. म्हणजे आता अगदीच रिजनेबल अमाउंट मध्ये आपल्याला इंटरनेट अवेलेबल होते. Businesses are growing rapidly because of accessing the internet technology. इंटरनेटमुळे कम्युनिकेशन फास्ट झालं, इन्फॉर्मेशन शेअरिंग फास्ट झालं, बाकीचे कॉस्ट सगळं रिड्यूस झालं, टाइम रिड्यूस झाला. ओके, एव्हरीथिंग वी हॅव टू डू ॲट वन प्लेस. एव्हरीथिंग वी हॅव टू डू ॲट वन प्लेस. It is a key component of the business infrastructure. Nowadays, internet is a key component of business infrastructure. म्हणजे कुठलाही बिझनेस असू दे तिथे तुम्हाला इंटरनेट हवंच हवं. Now organizations enjoy lower cost, fewer employees, better production and efficiency. Due to the internet, organization ला पण कॉस्ट कमी होतीये, एम्प्लॉई कमी लागतायत, प्रोडक्शन बेटर आणि त्याची इफिशियन्सी पण म्हणजे गुड इफिशियन्सी आहे. Fourth one, implications for the design and understanding of information system. So here, if you want to deliver real benefit to the organization, you must build information system, which is important for understanding the clear information of the organization. There exist some factors which are important for planning a new system. So here implication for design and understanding of information system. So as we have seen in the requirement or basic component of the information system, where we require some qualified persons who can develop the organization, or there are various skilled person which we require to develop the information system. If you want to deliver real benefit to the organization, you must build information system. Nowadays, information system plays very important role, and every organization should have a information system for the proper managing the information or proper managing the data, or for the moving or grow up the fast, which is important for understanding and clear information of the organization. Because information system, it's information system will give us the exact or accurate information without any conflict or any misunderstanding. It will give us the transparent or accurate information. There should be a transparency in the information, or every information of the organization is transparent. There exist some factors which are important for planning a new system. So here, organizational environment, it is the first factor. So here we are going to consider organizational environment. That means during the implementation of the information system, you should know the organizational environment, their policies, their standard of process, then the rules, responsibilities, or production aim. Everything you should know during developing the information system. So it is good for the developer to understand the organization. Then structure of the organization, like hierarchy, specialization, the division of labor, routines, rules and regulations, and business process. So during the implementation of the information system, you should know the structure of information. In the structure, you should know the branches of the organization, then level of the organization, then rules and responsibilities, standard of process, then policies of the organization, policies of the business. Likewise, everything should factors you know during the implementation. Organizational culture and politics. So you know the organizational culture and politics. Then organization, the type of organizations, you should know the type of organization, because if there are the type of organization, it is having some different structure, some different infrastructure. Likewise, you should know the type of organization. Type means it may be the IT firm, it may be the pharmaceutical organization, it may be the medical organization, it may be the educational institute. So everywhere everybody is having some different structure. They're having some different rules, they're having some different politics, they're having some different standard of procedure. Likewise, you should know the type of organization, the style of the leadership. So you should know the style of the leadership, which type of leaders are there, what is the